Hello everyone, welcome you all back to the series for prelims oriented, in which we are going to cover 5 MCQs per day, which is important for the upcoming prelims exam. Let us see what articles we are going to cover. So these are the 5 articles which are very much important from the perspective of upcoming prelims. We will study the question as well as we are going to do the explanation of that question as well. Like the first article is about the voice cloning. Second, Operation Pavan, very, very important. The tribal people of Manipur, Yakshagana Mela, and GNSS. All of these 5 articles are in some or the other way are in news. So we are going to cover these 5 articles. Let us now start. Like the first question is voice cloning. So there are two statements which you have to study about the voice cloning, and do let me know that are these statements correct or not. So what is the meaning of word voice cloning? Voice, as you can understand, voice, like something is related to voice and they are doing something cloning to your voice. That means the voice is being changed here. The fake voice is being there by the use of artificial intelligence, by the use of replica of a person's voice through machine language and speech synthesis. So it is a process of creation of synthetic voices through speech synthesis. Like one person is saying some another thing, but you are deep faking his voice to the another video. So this is also known as audio deep fake. It will sound you like an actual person's voice. Okay. So by this you can create anything. Also, like voice assistance is there, right? AI generated speech is there, right? It is a very complex process. AI model is required, audio data, machine language, like some different things are there. And if there is a voice data, it makes it very vulnerable to online fraud. People can do anything. Voice cloning, people can, like you can see that unexpected calls, urgent request, unnatural speech pattern, request for money, personal information can be done with the help of one cloning, right? So this is the threat, voice cloning fraud. This is a very important article. It was recently in news. Like a report has been said that nearly in India, I'm talking about India, double the global average of 25%, they have either fallen victim to or known someone they have been affected by AI generated voice scam, right? India is ranking highest globally in the number of victims to AI voice scams, right? The report found that messages claiming the sender was robbed in a car accident, lost their phone or wallet, need some financial help for traveling abroad, like something like that. Okay. So once a scammer has the individual's audio clip, they can upload it to the online programs like Resemble, Speechify, so that the person can have the accurate voice replication of that person. Getting my point? So this is the voice cloning. You can see the explanation as well. I already told you about the explanation, but all the statements, both the statements are correct because voice cloning is something a difficult, complex process, but it can be done. Like people are doing this thing. So this is totally wrong if people are doing this. It is a scam process, right? Scamming thing is there. So it is very like difficult thing. Moving on to question number 2, which says us about the Operation Pavan. So what exactly is Operation Pavan? Okay. So Operation Pavan is related with the Marine Commando Force of Indian Navy. So it was associated with Sri Lanka. I hope you all know about the Operation Pavan. It happened in year 1987. Military operation undertaken in 1987 by the Indian Peacekeeping Force, IPK, Indian Peacekeeping Force, right? To control take of the Jaffna Peninsula from LTTE, literal Liberation of Tigers Tamil Ilm. Okay, Tamil Tigers. Because see, the problem or the thing is the area of that complete Sri Lanka, it was related to the Buddhist as well as the Sinhalese people. So the people, Tamil people living there, they were facing very discrimination. So to make them aware or to make them, you can say, like to make the conflict ease, this LTTE was formed, and that's how Operation Pavan was carried out by Indian Navy. Okay, so Indian Navy carried out this. You can read the information explanation here also, but you can read, but I already told you the information that is more important for you. Question number third is very much important, the ethnic communities of Manipur. So, what are the ethnic communities of Manipur and what are the conflicts going on and what everything related to Manipur? In Manipur, the Meitei people are there. Which people? Meitei people, right? So, if Meitei people is there and they speak Meitei language, right? There are some ethnic groups also living there in Manipur. What is the capital of Manipur? Imphal. And Manipur was one of the princely states also at the time of British Empire. So the people who are speaking Meitei language, they are all surrounded by some tribal people, right? What the tribal people? Like if I talk about the tribal people, Naga people live there, Kukis people live there. Okay, so this is the question. The Kuki and Zomi tribes are two major ethnic communities of Manipur, right? Totally correct. Naga people also live there. Okay, Naga also. Kuki and Zomi are the main people. Okay, Kuki Zo. They are also known as Kuki Zo. There are some other tribes also. Main is Kuki Zo, right? The maximum population. Also, Naga people also written there. Okay. Also, Kuki and Zomi are the scheduled tribes according to the Indian constitution, and but they are not in the PVTG's community. I hope everybody knows about the PVTG, the word given by Weber Commission. PVTGs are those people who are more vulnerable amongst the tribal, like one tribal group, and amongst the tribal group there is one more group, that is PVTG, which are more backward, which are more something like not able to have the things. So PVTGs are basically the people who are more vulnerable tribal people. Kuki and Zumi are not in the list of that. If I talk about how many PVTGs are there in India, so as per the data, 75 PVTG are total there in India, from which Odisha occupies the maximum PVTGs. Okay. So you can read the statements here. So the answer for this question, first statement is correct, but the second statement is not correct. So the answer for this question will be one only. Because second statement is saying that only PVTGs in the state of Manipur. This is totally wrong. Moving on to question number 4. Question number 4 is saying that this Mela, Katil Yashgana Mela, this Yakshgan Mela is about what? So this Yakshgana Mela is the totally surrounded in the Karnataka region, in the three major regions of Karnataka, Dakshin Kannad, Udupi, and Uttar Kannad, and somewhere in the part of Shimoga and Chikmagalur. Okay, so this is a unique style, dance, music, dialogue, costume, makeup, stage techniques, and form, right? It is said that this whole Yakshgana performance has evolved from the Bhakti movement period. Okay, so the stories in which they represent the things, they do the theaters, that has been drawn from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, from Hindu and Jain, both traditions. Okay. So Yakshgana, whenever they are starting their play, they pray to the Lord Ganesh before their performance, and also they ends with the prayer to Ganesha. Okay. So this is the important thing related to Karnataka. You can see from here. Here it is. Century-old Yakshgana Mela. From January 14, it will be revert to all-night shows, right? It is a very popular dance of Karnataka, dance drama, long light event. Like it is running in the night-long open-air theaters, paddy fields. Okay, so this is the whole thing which you have to remember about. And this is the important from the examination point of view. Yakshgana Center. Just go through these points, just go through all the points I'm writing here. Very, very important from examination point of view. Just as the same way, the last question of the today's series is Global Navigation Satellite System. So what is this satellite system exactly? GNSS. What is this GNSS system? GNSS system is about, actually see, if I talk about the total system, see, we can, you know that we can use our phone and come back to the place wherever you are stuck, right? Because there is a simple thing in our phone which allows us to do these things. So totally, if I talk about, there are 4 GNSS system running in the world. Okay, what are the 4 systems? First one is GPS, which is owned by USA and also running in India. GPS, GLONASS, which is being a part of Russia. Then Galileo, which is about the EU. EU means European Union. And fourth one is BDO, which is of China. Okay, so these are the 4 GNSS system available right now. But there are two another regional system available, which is first is of India. I hope you all know the system NAVIC, which is being running in India, right? In Japan also there is a system running which is QZSS, right? So these are the 4 important systems. If I talk about GPS, it is the earliest system, earliest GNSS system operated in 1978 and it was accessible to all in 1994. It uses multiple signals to find a receiver's position on Earth. US Department has created it and then they receive the signals to determine their location. Same as that way GLONASS in Russia and same as that way Galileo and B2 is a system of China. Okay, and if I talk about the system of India, that is NAVIC, the regional satellite system of India launched and operated by ISRO. Very, very important, right? So the first statement is totally correct. You can read it here. GNSS is a general term which describes any satellite constellation that provides positioning, navigation, and timings on a regional basis, right? GNSS. GNSS is the complete system. Whereas the second statement says QZSS, Quasi Zenith Satellite System, is a system owned by China. Wrong. I told you in today only, Japan system is known as QZSS, which is Quasi Zenith Satellite System. So the China system is what? BDO. Here you can read BDO, right? Whereas this system, QZSS, is a system of Japan. So that's why the second statement is totally wrong. You can read here. QZSS is a regional GNS system operated by Japan, right? Operated by Japan, country, everything. Okay, so Japan has declared this system in 2018 with 4 operational satellites. Now they are planning to expand this to 7 satellites also, right? So you have to note down the names of all the GNSS system by which we have all the things you all know. So if a question comes up, Which country has their own satellite navigation system? So Japan is the country, right? Own system. So if a country is having a own navigation system, it is known as global navigation satellite system, right? Presently, four countries are having in the world: USA, Russia, China, European Union. And for the regional only, like not for the international level, in the country level only, Japan and India are having those systems with them. So this is the statement which you have to remember. I hope you all like this lecture very much, and if you are liking this series, you can like just hit the like button. Nothing else. I just want you all that you are, if you're understanding, that is more than enough for me. And if you are learning anything from my lectures, you can have a comment, like, that's it. Okay. So thank you everyone for listening to the lecture. Meet you all in the next lecture of this series, and we are going to cover the next portion. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind.